What's up, cooks? It's stand mixer time. So today we have something very interesting in the Amy Learns to Cook kitchen. We have the Aumate Stand Mixer. This mixer is 8.45 quarts and it's a tilt head. So this is basically an 8.5 quart tilt head mixer, which we're starting to get up in these big mixers, and this is actually one of the largest ones that I've seen in a tilt head. So join me. We're going to put this mixer through the Amy Learns to Cook test and review. It is the Aumate Stand Mixer. Okay, so we have a 8.45 quart stand mixer in the house. I just want to take this opportunity to thank Aumate for sending this. I'll put links down in the description. I'm really excited about trying this mixer out. It's like one of the biggest tilt heads that I've used. So we're going to examine this mixer based on the traditional Amy Learns to Cook categories. We're going to look at the overall look and feel of the mixer. That's the fit, the finish, how I kind of feel like this mixer is for me as a cook, right? It's sort of subjective. We're going to look at the whisk. And we're going to make some whipped cream. We're going to use the paddle to make some snickerdoodle cookies, and we're going to use the dough hook to make some bread dough. So the overall look and feel. So when I first pulled this mixer out of the box, I was really surprised. I had to check 2 and 3 times, and Eric actually filled the bowl up to make sure this is in fact an at least an 8.5 quart bowl. That's because this has a really compact frame on it. And for this size of mixer, I was like, wow, this thing, if you have some challenges where you don't have a lot of room, or you have low counter height, low cabinets in your kitchen, this might be a great option because it is very, very compact for this size of mixer. I've seen these like 7-8 quart tilt heads, and the overall size of them can be massive, right? This one, it's very compact. So that's why I had to check to make sure, because they do have like a 6 quart size. I just wanted to make sure that I did in fact get the 8 quart size.
The bowl is wide, and it's not.
The bowl is wide. It really surprised me how compact this mixer is. So look at the size of this bowl on this thing. This is amazing. It's 660 watts. It comes with a pouring shield. I don't really use these that much, but if you like those, it comes with that. We have our whisk. We're going to do our whipped cream. We have a paddle. This is a really wide paddle, and I can see why that's necessary because this is a really wide bowl. And we have our dough hook. So I would hand wash these. So this mixer is a 6-speed mixer, and it has a pulse. I'm ready to try this out because I'm really amazed at how large this mixer is with the compact size. It is a plastic body mixer. Budget friendly, definitely under $200. You can get it on sale, even more than that, lower than that. Wow. And it comes in several different colors. So, wow, I'm ready to get to this. So I'm going to wash the bowl, the whisk, these parts. We're going to chill these, and we're going to start out with our heavy cream. So we'll be back. Okay, so whipped cream is our first test. We're going to put the whisk on. One of the things that's interesting about this whisk is it's metal up here. I would hand wash it though, because it's probably burnished metal. We're going to go ahead and put 2 cups of heavy cream in here.
Everything's been chilled?
Everything's been chilled. Put it down, and we're going to rock and roll. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to put some powdered sugar in here to sweeten it up. I'm just gonna stir that in. So I had the bowl on the wrong adjustment. I had it this way and it was supposed to be this way. So I adjusted it and now the sugar is in there and wow, okay. I'm gonna have butter here in a second. So let's see what we got. Whoa. Okay. Woo!
That looks pretty tasty, Boo-Boo.
That looks pretty tasty. And that looks pretty tasty. Aside from me not latching a bowl down the right way, wow, it's nice and fluffy. Look at that. So, Boo, since it was your birthday,
do you need a taste test to make sure that actually is whipped cream?
yeah.
All right. Got my taste testing bib on.
Since it is your birthday, I should let you do it for yourself.
Yeah. Tastes good.
Happy birthday, Boo. So it's time to make some cookies with the paddle. Now, I am pretty impressed that this is such a big bowl on such compact mixer. I think that's the plus so far of this mixer.
And it's smooth so far.
It is smooth. So we're making a double batch of my snickerdoodles. I'll put a link down to the recipe in the description. So we have 4 sticks of butter in here. I want to go double batch because this is an 8-quart mixer. 8-quart mixers need ingredients, right? They're not playing around. So we're putting this down in here and let's see what it can do. Okay. So we got like 3 cups of sugar. A ton of sugar. I usually don't make double batches because it's just the 2 of us. Nice. Let me give a little scrapey do. I'm gonna let this go like 3 minutes.
It's only been 1 minute.
Just want to check and see how it's looking in there. Whoop. So I'm going to put in 4 eggs. There is a slight layer on the edge of the bowl that's skipping the paddle, so there's a little bit more scraping than if it had like a scraper paddle. vanilla. Okay, dry ingredients. I got a ton of flour, salt, and baking powder. This is a lot of flour. So we'll see. Let me really quick give it a little scrape. Looking good in there. It's really fluffy. Really fluffy. On a one. Okay. It's a little bound up in here, but it seems to be incorporated. Let's see what we got. Whoa. Okay, so for our snickerdoodles, it did a great job. This mixer has a huge bowl on it.
Kind of heavy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot of cookie dough in there. It's a lot of dough. Let me see if I can even get it over so you can see the bottom, because there's a lot of dough in here. There you go. That's the bottom of the bowl. So it has a lot of power. It has a huge bowl. It did a great job creaming. I got a nice fluffy base for the cookie dough. It shook around a little bit, not horribly, like it just kind of shake, and that's probably because this is like a lot of dough. I really give it a lot of credit because it's really in a compact sort of little compact package. So
that dough's a little dense because you got all that butter in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of butter. Yeah, so it handled this big batch of cookies, and wow, look at that. Time for some bread with the dough hook. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on. I have some warm water. Thank you, Boo.
Sure.
It's about 103 degrees. We have some yeast, instant saf. We have some sugar to sweeten up the bread. We have some oil to soften up the bread. That's pure olive oil. We have a lot of bread flour. So we're doing a double batch of my bread machine dinner rolls. So yeah, I wanted a double batch in this thing. So let's get her rock and rolling. Started out on a 1. Put the salt in my flour. See what you can do.
It's keeping the bowl clean.
So it cleaned the bowl nicely, and we're in the mix. We're in the kneading process. I turned it down on a 1. It seems like it's kneading better on a 1. So we're ready to take our dough out of here. Okay, so I got the dough out of the mixer. We have a nice dough ball. It's, you know, this is a double batch of my recipe, so I'm going to be cutting it in half, baking it half off today, and putting the rest in the refrigerator and baking that off tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, it feels nice. If you're a bread person and you love dough, you know, you love feeling dough out of the mixer, right? So my feelings about the mixer. I think it bounced around a little bit. I lowered it down to a 1, and I think it did better on a 1. It got slightly warm, but I could really smell the yeast developing. You can kind of tell when a mixer is developing that yeast because you start smelling like bread, right? It did get a little bit warm, not like terribly, but when I felt it around here, it was a little bit warm. But you know, it needed it. It came together. I didn't have to scrape down the dough at all, the bowl at all. It brought it all together. It cleaned the bowl, and we got a nice dough ball. So we're going to be making some really tasty things. So my opinion of the mixer overall. So the overall look and feel, this is a plastic body mixer. I felt like the motor when we were making whipped cream and cookies, it sounded really smooth. It did labor just slightly when we were making the bread, but it still, you know, didn't sound that much different, but it did, you know, it did bounce around a little bit more, and it did get a little bit warmer. I think it does have a lot of power. It's got a huge bowl. It comes in a couple different colors. And yeah, I think what's interesting about this mixer is it is a compact size, but you get this big old bowl. So if you wanted a mixer that was this size, you're going to get a significantly smaller bowl. And if you have space limitations, you don't have this big bulky thing in your kitchen. You have a nice compact mixer that still gives you the benefits of having that extra bowl space. So one of the things I did notice, and it's not that big a deal, it's just you have to know how to get the bowl in here. When I put the bowl in one way, sometimes it doesn't lock, and you have to turn the bowl around and put it in the other way, and then it locks. So the bowl only goes in one way. So if you get one of these mixers, you'll just know that if it doesn't go in the other way, just turn the bowl around and it goes in the opposite direction.
Otherwise the handles get in the way of the...
Yeah, otherwise the handles will get in the way of the neck of the mixer. So just make sure you have the handle out, and if it doesn't go in one way, turn it around, it'll go in the other. So Aumate, thank you for sending this. I'll put links down in the description. We had a lot of fun trying out this mixer. So we're going to have some cookies and some bread dough for this week. Some bread for this week for lunches. Again, if you want to take a look at this mixer, links will be down in the description. If you like this video, please subscribe below and hit the bell and join the Amy Learns to Cook family. You can catch me out on social media on Facebook.com/groups/Amy Learns to Cook. You can catch me at Pinterest and Twitter at Amy Learns to Cook, and on Instagram, I'm at Cooking with Amy.